Welcome to another Sunday on Alex Elliott Golf. Remember, this is all about can you do this? So in today's video, I want to know first and foremost what your best round has been this year. For me, my best round I've had is a 70 in a competition, in a local PGA competition. That's my best round, but I more importantly want to know what your best round has been. So in today's video, this is my #1 fix to stop slicing the golf ball. I think a lot of us kind of get this feeling of the slice being uncontrollable, losing distance, and being a real factor in stopping us hitting our lowest score this season, because we feel, especially off the tee, it's getting us in far too much trouble. Feels a more solid hit, feels like we've got control of the golf ball, and feels like it's firing off the face and the tee peg pointing over this way. I want you to try and feel first and foremost, what is a slice? A slice is a golf ball that starts left of your ball to target line. So if we trace one right down towards this far pylon, and it starts left of the ball to target line and then finishes way to the right, and in some cases finishes way off to the right of target. So when we've got a slice curvature, we know that we've got an out to in path. So for a right-hander, a club path where this club head is traveling from out to in of our ball to target line, and our face pointing way to the right. So if we did a kind of a snapshot at impact now, we would really see a kind of something along these lines, a ball and a club head which is working in this direction, and a face that is pointing way off to the right of target. So when we get that, it's very, very hard to control the golf ball. It's very, very hard to be efficient in how far we hit it. So first port of call, and this is something that I do when people come down for lessons, is we need to match the face and the path. So at the minute, we've got a club path which is traveling in this direction, so our bike wheel is a little bit off to the left, but our face is pointing way off to the right. And notoriously, that I see people that slice the golf ball, especially with driver, they usually start with a very, very cupped lead wrist at the top of the backswing, and anytime we got a cupped lead wrist, that is really going to get us in a situation where our club face is predominantly or potentially going to be very open at impact. So today's drill is a really nice simple drill about how we can match face and path. So simply how we can start to pull the golf ball, because that's reducing our curvature, and match face and path to the left of target. This is my favorite drill, and one that I really kind of have explored with people, and I think they really enjoy doing it, because when they actually then do hit a shot which has no curvature on, feels a more solid hit, feels like we've got control of the golf ball, and feels like it's firing off the face, it's like that eureka moment. So without further ado, let's get straight into this drill. So all we've got to do here is we're going to open up our glove, we're going to place a tee right at the end of the kind of area where there's a little hole in our glove. So when we do our glove up, be careful here, don't put the spiky end in there, is how this tee is sticking out, and you can hit shots of this. This is the best thing about this. So if I highlighted again before, predominantly what I see with slices is a weak club face predominantly at the top of the backswing. So we're going to say classify this as slightly cupped and the tee peg pointing over this way. I want you to try and feel you get that tee peg pointing towards the sky. Now in reality, we're never going to be like Dustin there, and we're all going to struggle to be in that position, but if we can find that halfway point between here and here, that's going to help us match face and path closer, and that's going to reduce our curvature and make our ball travel a little bit further. And I appreciate that will start pulling to begin with, but that's our first thing on our road to stop slicing. Neutralize curvature, and then we can start to work it towards target. So I'm going to hit this one away here. This is exactly what I'm looking for at the top of the backswing. Feeling of DJ. In reality, I'm going to be halfway between DJ and being cupped. A nice flat lead wrist matching my forearm, giving me a stronger club face relative to where it was, but ultimately reducing that curvature. So remember, if we've got a slicer, we've still not cured the out to in path, but we're getting more control of this club face. Oh, like a rocket, straight left of target. I'm aiming down towards this pylon, but but there was absolutely no curvature. And I would do this potentially at a little bit of a slower speed to begin with, and just explore this idea of how we can get better control of this driver, how we can eradicate that slice. And our first point of call is doing that is pulling that golf ball. And as soon as you start to hit a pull with no curvature, you're going to hit it further, and then you can start to work that back towards target by improving that club path. But straight away we need to get control of that club face by this simple drill. Remember, T-peg in, feeling as though you're getting this at the top of the backswing, so peg to the sky, but in reality it's going to be matching our lead wrist, and that's exactly how we're going to stop slicing the golf ball. Thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. This is my #1 first fix for your slice. T-peg in, DJ it to the sky, neutralize that curvature, and we're going to start to hit that golf ball a lot straighter, a lot further, start enjoying our golf. Remember, I asked you a question at the start of the season: what was your best score? Now, I think a lot of you guys are going to agree with me. If you could apply this drill from now until next season, or the start of you, wherever you are in the world, I definitely think if you can eradicate that slice and neutralize that curvature, you're going to feel a lot more powerful on the golf course. You're going to feel like you're going to achieve a lot better scores. So thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you've not answered the question, comment down below.